Welcome back to another edition of Shakespeare's Corner. This week focuses on the theme love in the play The Tempest. I am one of your hosts, Jasmine Reblando, and I'm here to whip out some facts about the love relationships in this play. Don't even get me started about Ferdinand and Miranda. They are the total epitome of love. And surprisingly, they are the only romantic relationship that will be discussed today. Their relationship is quite eccentric, as they met and married each other within the span of 3 hours. Miranda's father Prospero has stated, in aside about their love, that fair counter of two most rare affections, heavens rain grace on that which breeds between them. With Prospero's affirmation, this truly shows the beautiful love between Ferdinand and Miranda. On to the next story. Although it is seen to be one-sided, the relationship between Antonio and Prospero is brotherly love. But this is nowhere near a romance. Between the two brothers, the backstabbing actions that Antonio had brought Prospero is one that is unforgivable in my opinion. A quote Prospero told to his brother Antonio states, "Would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of men, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore." With this quote, although Prospero is very aware of all the wrongs that Antonio has done for him, he has truly forgiven him. Now, on to the next story with Rachel.
Thank you, Jasmine. Now for the discussion on Prospero and Miranda, father and daughter, and perhaps the most eminent love in The Tempest. Prospero cares for Miranda in a way he doesn't care for anyone else. Like when he said, "Thou wast that did preserve me, thou didst smile, infused with fortitude from heaven." The only thing that has distracted them from the hardships of the island have been the thoughts of each other, and he is truly her life as she is his life. Oh, Ariel back at it again with the enchanting music. And speaking of Ariel, we're going to move into discussion on Ariel and Prospero, which is a truly unhealthy relationship. Prospero is the supposed master in the relationship, and Ariel is one who's forced to do his bidding. Prospero treats Ariel as inferior to himself, but Ariel continues to seek validation, and he even defends Prospero in the presence of others, such as when he said, "You three from Milan did supplant good Prospero." Their entire relationship is based upon manipulation and shouldn't have existed in the first place. Now on to MaiTae.
Thanks, Rachel. I have 2 more stories for you guys. The first is a scandalous and corrupt love between 2 childhood friends, Miranda and Caliban. The two maintained a close relationship as children, but slowly grew distant as Caliban's attempted rape of Miranda. Miranda shows her disdain for him when saying, "A horrid slave, being capable of all ill, I pity thee." You can see that this relationship and this love isn't going far. The next I have is a love between father and son, Alonso and Ferdinand. The two were separated on the island and were devastated. They searched high and low for each other. It could be seen in when Alonso said, "So is the dearest oath lost," when he couldn't find him. The two thankfully were reunited and were even surprised when Ferdinand broke the news that he was getting married. Let's pass it over to Caitlynn for our next story.
Thank you for that amazing story, MaiTae. Now, what? Alright, this just in. Everyone's been wondering about Prospero and Gonzalo's relationship. Now, they're totes adorbs, and even though this kind of love is non-romantic, it's the type that stays pure throughout the entirety of the play. They both show how much they love each other through their actions and words, which portray their appreciation and care for one another. Good karma comes back to benefit Gonzalo when he is left out of being tormented by Prospero, since he, out of his charity, did give Prospero and his daughter rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries when they were left by Alonso to fight for their lives all alone out at sea. Now, here's an update on everyone's fave bromance, Stefano and Tranquillo. Together, Steph and Trank serve as much of the play's comic relief. You'll seriously never find one without the other. They aren't just a pair of drunken clowns, although it may seem like that's all they really are. The brotherly love relationship between these two is often shown during times such as when Tranquillo would make it so obvious that he's low-key hurt when Steph finds pleasure in having Caliban wrapped around his drunken finger. He said, "Lord," quoth he, "that a monster should be such a natural," he had said when Caliban refers to Stefano as his lord. And that's the tea for today. Sorry, Kylie Jenner and Jordan Woods. Tune in next week on Sister Shakespeare.